Are we live? Is this thing on? What's up, folks, family? You guys are about to hear my dogs erupt because my wife's just getting home from a run. But it's good to be back. It's your boy Disco. I've missed you guys terribly. I'm back in full effect, doing what I love. That's talking football and drafting with fantasy football's best. That's the Disco Ball Nation. Speaking of Disco Ball Nation, I want to give a very special shout out to this man, Quasi. Not queso dip. Ain't nothing cheesy about him, aka the two-time. He won one of these best ball tournaments, not once, but twice. Twice. And the cool kids drink vitamin water, triple X berry. Shout out to Quasi, A1 since day one. I hope you're doing wonderful, buddy. I hope you're queued up in here right now. We are prepared to draft. We are queued up. We are 8 out of 12 in the drafters 2.5 million. And you may ask me, what is that? I'll tell you in 1 second. Just need to catch up on the chats. Adrian Fidesz, my man, my knight in shining armor, my A1 since day one. Love this guy too. He says, queso. It's not queso. It's Quasi. Put some respect on the man's name. Ain't nothing cheesy about him. Godwins, what's up, Beeline? How you doing, brother? Adrian says, sounds great, buddy. Uh-oh. We got our money cut out for this time in this draft in this lobby. All right. So you guys may be asking, what the hell is this guy talking about? What are we doing? How are we doing it and where we're doing it at? And I'll tell you what we're doing and where we're doing it at and how we're going to do it. And you can do it too with us. All right. So right now we're currently queued up in the Drafters Fantasy $2.5 million best ball tournament. There's $2.5 million in prizes, $500,000 to first place, total points format, most points win, best ball, weekly score, weeks 1 to 17, 12 teams, draft fast and slow, but we're queued up in the fast. It's a $15 entry. You get to max out at 150 lineups. That's where the big dogs go. That's where the sharks of all sharks go to draft, all right? There's also the Drafters $2 mini, and I'm almost like maxed out already. I'm pulling a snowman and just, capping this sucker out. It's a $2 entry. First place gets $20K. There's $100,000 in total prizes. Now you may be asking yourself, what the hell is best ball? And I'll tell you exactly what best ball is. Best ball is the most convenient way for you to draft. You have 20 rounds to fill your roster for depth. Each week, a starting lineup is composed of the following positions: 1 quarterback, 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 1 tight end, 1 flex. At the end of the week, the best overall performances on your roster will be submitted into your weekly matchup. So no more leaving points on the bench, no more waiver wires, no more trades, none of that garbage. You literally just draft it and forget it unless you're winning a really, really, really ridiculous amount of money. So sign up today using promo code DiscoDrafts1. I will match your initial deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. I still got it. I swear I still got it. So it's like I haven't left. I'm here. And it's great. All right, what's this lobby at? What's this lobby at? I'll catch up on the chit chats right now. And if you have any questions about, the promo code, about the app, if it's available in your town or not, by all means, feel free to send it in the chat. And if you're new here, say what's up. Would be awesome. Beeline Pride says, great. I'm great because you're great, and I miss you, and I love you. And I might be stopping by Commissioner Ron's show tonight. I'll be stopping in and saying what's up and hearing what all the good folks have to say. Kobe and the Cattle Dogs. Kobe, the birthday boy's here. My black lab is now 5 years old. So dog years in human years, it's like 7 years. Yeah, so he's like 35. He's older than me. I'm 34. He's older than me now. Who else is in this lobby? Who else is queued up with us? I hope B. Kurt's in here. I've been talking a lot of smack to B. Kurt. Quasi, how many of these best ball drafts have you done so far? I'm curious to know how many of these best ball drafts you've done so far. I've done 8 or 9 of the minis. 8. I believe I've done 8 of the minis. You queued up in here, Mr. Fidesz? Adrian, aka Knifey? Let me know. Happy birthday, Kobe, says Adrian Fidesz. Thanks, Adrian. Love you, brother. I love you, man. Cheers. My man, the guy who knew me before anybody knew me, Jeremy Thiel. What's up, brother? What's up, brother? How you doing, Jeremy Thiel? I really did not mean to throw in the sketch there, but what's up, brother? What's up, Jeremy? Good to see you, brother. Carl Ramrod in the house. And Adrian Fair says, yep, queued up. First best ball draft of the year. I expect to be chirped. I'm not going to chirp you. It's all love today. It's all love today. I'm still figuring out, ADP and whatnot and what I like and who I like and who I don't like and who I'm fading, who I'm pushing. But I will say, even though the Tyler Boyd news seems fairly insignificant, I feel like there are several ripple effects that I'm pouncing all over, especially in these best ball drafts. I've done 2 already today. But I'm pouncing all over this Tyler Boyd news. This is how I'm reacting. 1, I am not paying for DeAndre Hopkins. Don't believe in him. But I do like Will Levis. Unlike last year, I am fading Chigozie Okonkwo. I'm missing that name. I'm fading Chig. Hate him. I think with the Callahan system, both the Pops and the Son, the Pops being the online guru, I really like Will Levi. I really, 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 really like that running game. I love Tony Pollard this year. The fact that Tony Pollard's have a full offseason where he's doing his speed work and not just learning how to walk again, that's pretty spectacular. I think we're going to see a lot out of Tony Pollard this year, and he's practically going free in like the 10th, 9th, 10th round in these best ball drafts, which is absolutely bananas. Tyler Boyd, I have zero interest in. Treylon Burks, as my good friend B. Kurt would say, is absolutely dead. Calvin Ridley, I am buying at ADP. I believe in Calvin Ridley, but I definitely want him as my wide receiver 3. And then I want to get a lot of depth around him, especially in these best ball formats, best ball tournaments. So I do like Calvin Ridley quite a bit. But I will say, other than, Jamar Chase, no matter what, still this year, I know last year it burnt me, but Jamar Chase, no matter what, that's my guy. 11 out of 12. We need one person to queue up, and we're ready to draft. But Jamar Chase, that's my guy no matter what. A healthy Joe Burrow, very significant. T. Higgins, we don't know if he's in or out. Regardless if he's in or out, the one constant that we have with T. Higgins is he's either a high ceiling play or he's injured and he doesn't play, right? So where I'm really buying, where I'm really invested right now and who I want literally 100% exposure to, Jermaine Burton, their 3rd round pick out of Alabama. Dude's going to take the top off of the offense. He's going to be their deep threat. He's quicker than fast. I like him. I like him a lot. The fact that he's averaged, 18 plus yards in his 4 years at Bama, at a prestigious university in Alabama, shows that he is a very, very big play threat. He is a great ceiling play, and he's practically free in the 14th, 15th round. I'm all over that. You can get him around the same time you would try to get Tyler Boyd. I'm fading Tyler Boyd heavily. Don't want anything to do with him. But Jermaine Burton, I'm not going to say he's my Jaden Reed of last year, but he's my Jaden Reed of last year. Jermaine Burton, I'm all over. That is my, like, he's not my Laporta supporter yet. I don't have one of those guys yet. I do. I don't know if I want to share it with you guys so early because, like, I kept getting sniped on Sam Laporta, and like everybody's like, oh, there's no way a rookie tight end is going to be wide receiver number 1. But guess what? Rookie wide receiver was he was the best. He was the tight end number 1. All right, guys, we're in here. It's good to see some great folks in here. Scrappy Coco, great name. Knifey Spoony at the 111. My man Quasi, aka the 2-time at the 109. Yours truly at the 107. Big old kitties. That's a great name. And Carl Ramrod at the 101. Of course, Carl Ramrod gets the 101. You've done 20 of these, Jeremy? You've done 20 of these already? Jesus. Ben Sinnott. That's my Sam Laporta this year. Ben Sinnott. Loving him pieces. Very, very high on Ben Sinnott. I also like, and I mean, Adrian Fidesz is in this chat. He's in here. I love the running back Tracy that they drafted. I love Tracy. He's also going in like round 16, 17, 18 in these drafts. I love Tracy. I can't get enough of him. Very, very invested in the New York Giants running back Tracy. He's very good. Love Ben Sinnott. I also really like Luke McCaffrey, but it is a very crowded receiving room. I feel like you might get a little bit more out of Jahan Dotson now that it's not Sam Howell. But I also don't know what kind of player is going to be. I mean, like, there's the obvious. Marvin Harrison Jr., he's going to be spectacular, or at least be put in position to be spectacular. I wish Neighbors went to Malik Neighbors. I wish he went to the Los Angeles Chargers. The New York Giants was the worst case scenario for him. Poor guy. He was my wide receiver 1A coming into this rookie draft. So it sucks that he's got to deal with he's got to deal with that shit show in the New York Giants. Who else do I like this year as a rookie? I mean, Ladd McConkey. You can't say enough about the dude. Dude is he's got the perfect scenario, the perfect situation. I love Ladd McConkey, but I also like DJ Chark as my 20th overall pick because as a ceiling play, if he's healthy, he's a great ceiling play. I know they're going to run the rock a lot, but once they get the box stacked, like we said last year, he's going to go deep more often than not. And when he comes down with it, it's pretty spectacular. It's pretty spectacular. So I do love me Ladd McConkey over there. I'm not sure if I like or don't like. All right, Jamar Chase at the 107. Yes, please. If it was the 101, I would take Jamar Chase. So thank you. You guys can all, just turn off the stream now. I just won $500,000. I'm not gonna do the double stack scream and yell, but Jamar Chase at the 107 is pretty fucking spectacular. Lately, especially in the mini, I've been getting Breece Hall in the first round pretty much the whole time. All right, let's catch up on the chat. Jeremy Thiel says, "What's up, brother? What's up, Jeremy? Is this better or is this?" We'll stick with this one. All right. Quasi says, "I've only done 9 plus $2 mini so far. It just opened yesterday, so only is like, I don't know if it's right to say only, because I mean 9 is pretty significant since it literally just opened up yesterday. He's waiting until June to ramp it up. I hear you. I'm probably going to max out the mini by the end of the month. No word of a lie. Godwins, Beeline Pride says, love Sinnott. I generally love Sinnott as well. Luke McCaffrey will be like Wes Welker. I hope so. Jaden Daniels was my favorite quarterback in the draft. Yes, Caleb Williams, spectacular prospect, spectacular player. But just in terms of character, in terms of talent, in terms of what I like to see on the football field, I feel like Jaden Daniels in any other draft would have been a one-on-one. I love Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels is my favorite player in the draft. Luke McCaffrey. So Ben Sinnott was my favorite tight end other than Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers is dead to me now because all of my early best ball tournaments had Mike Mayer, literally 100% exposure to Mike Mayer. I even reached on him, and Bowers ends up in Vegas and just kills that for me. So Mayer is literally going in the 20th round right now. And I don't know how to feel about that. Can you imagine being Devontae Adams and having, freaking Gardner Minshew throwing to you until the end of your career? That's a sad realization. All right. Slider view. Chris Olave, Saquon, Nico, or Debo. My rule this year is fuck ADP. I could give a rat's ass about ADP. I'm taking who I think is best on the board. Oh, I just swore. I guess I got to give away a ticket tonight. Because I swore. I guess I'll give away a ticket tonight because I swore. Yeah, fuck ADP. I really don't care about ADP. I think one of my greatest lessons learned last year is ADP doesn't really matter. Just go with your guys, get your guys, put them on your lineup. And once you have those guys on your lineup, believe in them. See, Sam Laporta was going in round 14 when we first started last year, round 14 to 16. He started going up towards like round 11. But like we started the Laporta Supporta bandwagon long before anybody believed in Sammy Ballgame or whatever they like. Sam Laporta, we're the OG Laporta supporters. If you heard about Sam Laporta before the season started, it's because you listened to this podcast and you tuned in. We called Sam Laporta, and Ben Sinot's the next Laporta. Oh man, so it's either Ben Sinot or Mr. All in Cincinnati. I know I sound like I'm a Bengals fan. I really am not. I mean, I do like Joe Burrow a lot and Jamar Chase no matter what, but I like All. Eric All, I believe his name is Eric All. Eric All in Cincinnati, the tight end, rookie tight end. Great prospect, great player. I also think the kid out of Purdue that the New York Giants drafted. Knifey, you there, bud? What's that tight end I told you to look out for that's going to replace Darren Waller because Darren Waller hates life in football? What's the kid's name? What's the kid's name? Don't worry. We'll get all. Theo Johnson, exactly. Theo Johnson. Thank you, Quasi. Theo Johnson practically free at the end of drafts. Eric All practically free at the end of all drafts. So if you're looking for a tight end 3 or a tight end 2, just to round, both of these guys have great upside. And like, yes, okay, Mike Gesicki is ahead of Mr. All, but like realistically, Mike Gesicki has never been ahead of anybody and done anything with it. So fuck Gesicki, go with All. All right. And then Darren Waller has been contemplating retirement forever. So, and when I say forever, I mean like since the end of last season and his hope he gets his life. Ooh. Devontae Smith or Cooper Kupp? I'm going Cooper Kupp. This is a phenomenal start. I like this start. I like it a lot. I think we're doing a good job. I think we're doing well here. I think we're doing really, really, really good. Really, really, really good. Running backs. Fuck. Kyren Williams. I was kind of like, I never liked Kyren Williams last year. I never liked him to the point where like I didn't draft him once, even though fantasy football nonsense literally came in here 3 months before things capped. And shout out to fantasy football nonsense. I hope you're out there somewhere. He came out here and he said, Kyren Williams is going to be the guy. I'm like, no man, Cam Akers, who? Yeah, didn't get any Kyren. So I'm like, finally, I started investing in some Kyren Williams. This is in the early best ball tournament here on Drafters Fantasy Sports, which is completely full, so you cannot get there. And then Blake Corum, who another running back who I was extremely high on. He was actually my RB1 coming into all of this. But Blake Corum goes there, and it's like fudge. Now I don't want either one of them. I really don't want either one of them. I do like the kid who went to Arizona. I feel like he's got a lot of promise. James Conner is older than young. So I do like that kid a lot too. I think he's Trey Benson. I think he's going to do very well. And here's something I like to see. Okay, Travis Kelce coming around the bend at the end of round 3 is still on the board. That's what I like to see. That's why we didn't. I told everybody, do not draft Travis Kelce in the first round, just because you can get Mahomes right now is going off in round 5, sometimes round 6. Draft him. Draft the fuck out of him. Travis Kelce in round 4, hell yeah, draft him all day, every day. He's my favorite tight end to draft around that area. Round 3, 4, love him. Quasi says, Canadian boy, Theo Johnson. As I said, man, big fan of his. I'm going to get as many shares as I can as my tight end 2 or tight end 3. Really, really love Theo Johnson. I love All. I'm probably going to get more shares of All than I'm going to get of Theo Johnson. All I'm going to try to get like 100% exposure to. No word of a lie. I think he's primed for a very good situation. And Burton's a guy who, no matter what, that's my David Montgomery of last year, Jaden Reed of last year, my Rashee Rice of last year. I am getting as much Jermaine Burton as humanly possible. Dude is a phenomenal athlete, phenomenal football player. He was at a program that knows how to play, that knows how to win, and he did it at a very, very, very high level. And yeah, big fan. And a healthy Joe Burrow is a very, very scary sight. Something else I don't care much for, double stacks. I'm over it. I'm over the double stacks. I like stacks. Don't get me wrong. I like stacks. Well, double stacks, I'm over it. We got 13 folks in here. Jeez, that's a lot of beautiful faces. All right. I think it's about time we start talking about free tickets. What do you think, Kobe? Should we talk about free tickets? I'm giving away a free ticket. Fuck it. First stream on. I miss you guys. We got 13 beautiful faces in here. Who wants a free ticket? Put a. I don't know if you could do emojis on the YouTube chat. Put a me. Just put me. Comment me. ME. If you want a free ticket, comment me. Comment me. Let's see if anybody wants a free ticket. Wants to comment me. Oh, Quasi says me. What's up, Quasi? All right, Quasi. Quasi's in. Jeremy Thiel. Beeline. You guys want a free ticket? Me, Adrian Fidesz, definitely wants a free ticket. Definitely wants a free ticket. All right. We'll also catch up on the Jeremy Thiel. There you go. He wants a free ticket. All right. But keep the me's coming. If you want a free ticket, free entry into this opportunity to win $500,000. If you think you know your shit in fantasy football, I'll give it to you for free. I swear to God, free 99. How many? Serious question. How many tickets? Like, I don't remember, but how many tickets do you guys think I gave away last year? Because like whatever I gave away last year, I'm looking to amplify that by 50. I'm not fucking around. I'm not. I really am not kidding. I'm giving away all the free tickets this year. You guys support me. I support you. We'll catch up on the draft. We'll just focus on what our friends are doing. I do like what the 102 is doing though. He's got a nice little draft going on. Carl Ramrod. He went. Oh. How are you guys going to let me have Rachaad White in round 5? He has been going off the board in like round 4 or round 5. But yeah, I'm loving our start and our draft right now. We're crushing it. So Carl Ramrod goes CMC in round 1, Kyron Williams round 2, Mike Evans, who I'm out on all Tampa Bay Buccaneers unless your name is Rachaad White. I'm out on all Tampa Bay Buccaneers players unless your name is Rachaad White. I repeat myself. Maybe Chris Godwin, but I'm out on all Tampa Bay Buccaneers players unless your name is Rachaad White. Mike Evans, Jaden Reed, Hollywood Brown. Last year I drafted 0 Hollywood Brown. This year I'm trying to get as much Hollywood Brown as humanly possible. So I really like your start, except for Mike Evans. Everything else, beautiful. Hate Mike Evans. Let's look at Knifey. He goes Jahmyr Gibbs at the 111, Marvin Harrison Jr., Zay Flowers, Travis Etienne. I like your start. Quasi goes with the typical Quasi start. Goes Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, Devonta Smith, Derrick Henry, and Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper was shit last year, except for 1 week. 1 week he was just like, I'm a pop off. And then your boys, truly, we got Jamar Chase, Deebo Samuel, Cooper Kupp, Keenan Allen, Rachaad White. I like our start. I like our start a lot. Keenan Allen, I'm not as high on this year. I actually wasn't high on him at all last year, but I'm definitely not as high. Like, I don't think he's going to repeat what he did last year, especially in the new offense in Chicago. But I will try to get a little bit of exposure there. Maybe try to get a Joe Burrow / a Caleb Williams later on in the draft, but we'll see. Yeah. Jeremy Thiel says 10 straight 1,000 yards. Can't be wrong. LOL. For sure. And we said the same thing about Travis Kelce. And then eventually, dudes are going to fall off. So here's my number one reason why I'm out on that entire Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense. If you look at who the offensive coordinator was there, okay? Shane Canales. Where is he now? He's on the Carolina Panthers. This guy is a QB guru. He's the QB whisperer. He whispers to quarterbacks. He whispers to them. I'm going to stop doing that. But yeah, so if you look at what happened last year, Shane Canales left the Seattle Seahawks, was in Seattle initially. Xavier Worthy, Ladd McConkey, Ladd McConkey. I'm going with neither. I'm going with Evan Ingram. I do want to get a tight end in this build. So far, so good. I like our draft a lot. Xavier Worthy goes right off the board after that. So, God Godwin says me. All you got to do to get a free ticket entry to be entered into our giveaway for tonight is just say me. Just type me, not hashtag Laporta supporter. I should have done that. But yeah. All you got to do is say me. So Beeline has entered. Liam McKinnon, what's up, baby boy? I missed you. Ate some Costco seaweed salad and that shit ruined my intestines. Missed this draft. My bad. Man, seaweed salad is lit though. Like a good sushi seaweed salad, one of the best tasting things ever. So I'm sorry that happened to you. Quasi says, I like Godwin where he's going. I think he's going to be a bit more action as they are moving back to the slot. Well, that's why I say I like Godwin. Okay. So follow Mr. Canales, Coach Canales, the QB whisperer, the QB guru. He goes to Seattle. He revitalizes Geno Smith's career. Geno Smith takes off, pops off, becomes a Pro Bowler. They make the playoffs. He has a great season. His wide receiver one has a phenomenal season. Tyler Lockett, so-so. Okay. Following year, Mr. Canales, the QB whisperer, the QB guru, he goes to Tampa Bay Bucks. Baker Mayfield's career revitalized. Baker Mayfield gets a nice contract extension, the same way Geno Smith got one. And Mike Evans, the big play, deep threat, wide receiver, eats. Okay. Chris Godwin was kind of forgotten. Now this year, Canales left Tampa. Canales is in Carolina. He's the head coach of the Carolina Panthers. So you bet your booty. You bet your tuchus. You bet your buttocks. I am investing in as much Bryce Young and Xavier legit as humanly possible. And everybody's like, why not Adam Thielen? Because Adam Thielen is not a deep play threat. That's why. I like Jonathan Mingo a lot too. Jonathan Mingo is practically free at the end of these drafts. So I'm trying to get as much Bryce Young this year. I'm trying to get as much of that as humanly possible. All right, slider view. No. Will he come around back to me? Probably. Okay, I'll go with Kenneth Walker here. Hopefully we get our guy around the bend. Hopefully we'll pick him up. But yeah, so that's what so Tyler Lockett last year, he played reasonably well, despite being in a 3 wide receiver room. I also like Jackson Smith-Njigba this year. I like him a lot. I don't know why, but I do. I like Jackson Smith-Njigba a lot. Last year I was out on him. Great player, great prospect. Situation sucks. I'm not if the situation doesn't make sense, I'm not investing. This year I feel like the situation is a little bit better because Tyler Lockett was kind of on the brink of getting cut. Like, let's be honest, he was on the brink of getting cut. So we know that Jackson Smith-Njigba is going to be involved early and often. And like, we don't know who the quarterback is going to be. Sure, Geno Smith may start off, but they have like 3 bottom feeder schmees that can all throw the ball deep. That they all have that ability. So JSN, love him this year. I'm just torn between Legit or Mingo. And I know that they just brought in Deontay Johnson, but I'm also not high on Deontay Johnson. I never have been, never will be. The dude just doesn't get into the end zone, right? And I understand in PPR he's going to get the, but like in the Canales offense, we're looking at those big play, deep threats, deep bomb touchdown players. So yeah, I'm invested in that entire offense, and I'm also invested in Miles Sanders. And I know they got 3 running backs there. I'm invested in Miles Sanders because you know what? He's free, practically free. All right, Joe Burrow gone, so we're going to get Najee Harris. Najee Harris in round 8, yes, please. Tony Pollard would have been my. I wanted Joe Burrow then Tony Pollard, but I'll take Najee Harris all day. And the fact that Pittsburgh won't pick up his 5th-year option, shame on Pittsburgh. Because like he's about to have a year. Curtis Samuel, that's another name. Curtis Samuel. I love Curtis Samuel this year. Curtis Samuel he is my Nico Collins this year. Curtis Samuel is somebody who I want to get 100% exposure to. I just want to see him fall a little bit before I get him. I love Curtis Samuel this year. That situation where all the main receivers are practically gone. And yeah, I don't mind Coleman in that situation, but Curtis Samuel, he will marry that run game and pass game and get involved in both avenues. So he's going to get volume. So his his floor is a lot higher than a lot of people are anticipating and giving him credit for. So I'm really, 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 really high on Curtis Samuel. And I think Curtis Samuel may be a league winner in your redraft leagues, and definitely in one of these best ball tournaments. Speak of the devil, and he shall be gone. This guy's going. Does he have? No, he doesn't have Josh Allen. But he's got a Buffalo wide receiver double stack. Unique. I'm not going to hate on it. Holy shit, Carl Ramrod. Save some wide receivers for us, brother. I like Godwin, 2 big rebound season. I wouldn't say big rebound season, but it's definitely going to be significantly better than it was last year, because last year was very insignificant. Liam McKinnon says, that's what I am saying. I thought Costco size was game changer until it poisoned me. Heard. Costco anything is not good unless it's electronics or Nutella. You guys ever see the Costco Nutella? It's bigger than my freaking head. It's freaking massive. Godwin says Samuel sleeper. Yeah, Samuel is like he is my weapon X. He's my secret sauce. I'm trying to get as much Curtis Samuel in all of my dynasty leagues right now. I'm trying to get as much of him in these best ball tournaments. Like, sure, something could happen. Like, he could get hurt, whatever. Shit happens, right? But like, just based off of, you know, his scenario and his situation, I really like him. All right. We'll take Caleb Williams at ADP. Oh, that's past ADP. His ADP was 93. We got him at 103. So we got him 10 picks past ADP. Living large. So we completed one stack at least. We got Keenan Allen and Caleb Williams. We might throw in Cole Kmet a little bit later on. But I know that Kmet's coming off of a knee injury, and they just got What's his name? What's his name? He played for the Chargers last year. Everett. Gerald Everett. Yeah. And TJ Hawkinson is still available. Ben Sinnott. I'm just queuing up some like Jatavian Sanders. So if you're just tuning in, this is not a mock draft. This is a real money draft with real money implications. It's a $15 buy-in where at the end of the season, first place will win $500,000 USD. If you're Canadian like myself, from Ontario like myself, this is the only and best ball tournament that you can enter. So there's $2.5 million in total prizes. 500,000 USD goes to first place, which is pretty freaking surreal. If this tournament's, you know, a little too hefty to invest in, I respect it. Or you want to, you know, warm up, get some practice reps in, I highly recommend you do the Drafters Mini as well. It's a $2 buy-in. First place wins $20,000. There's $100,000 in total prizes. Quasi's already maxed out. I'm pretty sure Snowman's already maxed out too. I'm surprised. I said free ticket and Snowman didn't show up. And if you use our promo code DiscoDrafts1 when you sign up on Drafters Fantasy Sports, we will match your initial deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. So if you deposit $100, you got $200 to use on the app. There's not just fantasy football here in these best ball tournaments. There's also pick'em tickets. You can also do pick'ems. It's essentially just like a bet builder where, like, say you put 2 props, it'll 3 extra money. If you put 3 props, it'll 6 extra money, all the way till 10 props where it'll 100 extra your money. So like if you hit 8 props, did I say 10? It's 8. If you hit 8 props, it'll 100 extra money. So if all 8 props hit, your $1 could turn into 100, and your 100 can turn into, you know, mathematics. It's been a long day. I love you guys. I miss you. I miss doing this with you guys. I miss doing this with you folks. Adrian Fitta says vacated targets often go to RBs and tight ends or somebody who marries both positions. But you make a very valid point. You make a very, very valid point. Kincaid should see a better season. Cortland Sutton, Eckler, Trevor Lawrence. Fudge, like, yeah, I'll take Eckler at this point in the draft. I will 100% take Eckler at this point in the draft. He's my RB4. I think we're doing all right at the RB position. I might get one more running back before it's all said and done. I think one more quarterback, one more tight end, and the rest wide receiver. So right now we're just looking for best available, and some of our sneaky picks are guys who are falling that we think will have some really good value. If you're just tuning in and you want to win a chance to get into one of these best ball tournaments and draft, you literally just draft and forget it. So say, let's look at which one of you's got two quarterbacks. All right, this guy right here, R. Severson. He's got both Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels. On any given week, if Jaden Daniels outscores Joe Burrow, instead of leaving points on the bench, you will be appointed the points for the person who gets the highest total that week towards your fantasy lineup. And it's not just the quarterback position, it's all of the positions. So you got one quarterback, two running backs, three wide receivers, one tight end, one flex. You got 20 rounds of pure chaos. Pure chaos. And yeah, man, fuck. First day back and we got 15 viewers. I'm so blessed and so lucky. I'm so lucky to have you folks. Just want to check something real quick. So blessed to have you folks. How's everybody doing though? How's everybody been? I know I kind of like just disappeared, but like I was dealing with some shit. Some real life shit. But I'm back. And I missed you guys. I missed doing this. I missed being back. I missed this fantasy football community. I will be jumping on my friend Commissioner Ron, High Desert Ron's Twitter space tonight when I'm done this stream. So if you guys are not following High Desert Ron, oh, that's another name right there. Gabe Davis or Donnie Mitchell. All right. I hate the Colts. I hate everything about the Colts. But for my boy, fantasy football addict, I don't know why his name slipped. For my boy, fantasy football addict, I will invest in a Donnie Mitchell. This is a name that I was getting for literally free. Where is he? This one right here. Ezekiel Elliott. I was getting him for free. Free 99. Literally round 20. Nobody wanted him. Nobody wanted to get exposure to him in the early best ball tournaments. I said on March 21st in a tweet, because I've been thinking it for a while, what's stopping Ezekiel Elliott from being the RB1 in Dallas? That tweet had maybe 10K comments, not comments, just 10K views or something around. Yeah, a lot of comments saying like, "Are you fucking dumb?" Jerry Jones is stopping him. Age is stopping him. You know what? You don't need Ezekiel Elliott to be Christian McCaffrey. You need Ezekiel Elliott to get into the end zone, 4 times in round 20, right? And he's the only one who had that kind of screaming potential as an RB1 in round 10, and we got him for free. If you follow me on Twitter, you're welcome. Knifey Spoony just sniped me on Cole Kmet. I still love him, and he took Xavier legit. And he's got Brooks. It looks like he's building a little bit of a Carolina situation there. I like it. I'm going to look at all of your lineups after we make our next pick here. Here's another name I love. Ricky Pearsall. Ricky Pearsall. I like Ricky. I like him a lot. Especially if anything happens where Debo goes elsewhere or Ayuk goes elsewhere. I like him as a prospect. We need to start looking for a QB2. Oh, Bryce Young's still available. So who do you guys like as the QB for the Steelers this year? Like, is it going to be the man Russell Wilson, who's getting paid $39 out of his $40 million this year from the that's ridiculous. The fact that he's getting paid $40 million this year and 39 million is coming from Denver's ridiculous, awful. Or do we think it's going to be Justin Fields? Justin Fields, he has to be the guy, right? It's got to be Justin Fields, because if Justin Fields plays 52% or more of the snaps for the Steelers this year, the third round pick that they would have gotten, it would turn into a second, something like that. I know there was some sort of parameters like that. I'm not just waffling. I know the parameters. It's got to be Fields, right? Fields has all the promise. Russell Wilson's on his way out. Here's a conspiracy theory for you guys, and it's revolving Aaron Rodgers, so it goes hand in hand. I believe the starting quarterback, not this season, but next season for the Minnesota Vikings, is going to be Aaron Rodgers. So how do you think I feel about JJ McCarthy? Do we have any JJ McCarthy truthers in the chat? I said truthers. Any JJ McCarthy truthers in the chat? I'm undecided between Troy Franklin, or Roman Wilson. I'll go with Roman Wilson. I like the situation. We're talking about Pittsburgh right now. We can potentially have a late Pittsburgh Steelers stack there with him. Potentially Freiermuth is still available. And Freiermuth is not still available. Wow. Who the hell took Freiermuth? Okay, this guy got TJ Hawkinson at a hell of a price at round 11, so that's spectacular. Good for him. I just went 3 rookie wide receivers in a row. And I got a rookie QB. All right. Carl Ramrod, he goes CMC, Kyron Williams, Mike Evans, Jaden Reed, Hollywood Brown, Jordan Addison, DeAndre Hopkins, Romeo Dobbs, Brock Purdy, Nick Chubb in round 10. If Nick Chubb plays this season, round 10 is a beautiful spot. You got a nice little double stack with Blake Corum and Kyron Williams. I like it. Quentin Johnson could potentially be the wide receiver 1. God, that guy burnt me so bad last year. I'm like, oh yeah, Quentin Johnson, Mike Williams can't stay healthy. That proved to happen. Keenan Allen can't stay healthy. That proved to happen. Quentin Johnson should get all the opportunity. He got all the opportunity. What did he do with his opportunity? I take this shit personally. Like, I'm so into this right now. Hope you guys are into this with me. And Matthew Stafford, I really like your draft. It's very unique. It's cool to see different strategies for a new season, right? Because I kind of remember how all of you used to draft, especially in the Disco Ball Nation. So let's look at Quasi, aka the 2-time, aka Queso Dip. Ain't nothing cheesy about him. Put some respect on his name. He won not one, but twice. He won first and second place. He drinks vitamin water, XXX berry. I'll be honest, Quasi, I found a new favorite flavor of vitamin water, and it's not XXX berry, but I got the XXX berry just for you because I missed you. What's up, brother? All right. Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, Devonta Smith, Derrick Henry, Amari Cooper, Chris Godwin. Okay. So now I see why you were defending Chris Godwin's, because you picked him. All right. All the power to you. Zamir White, who should break fantasy football this year. I really like Zamir White. I just trying to figure out how to fit him into my team. Yep, Jermaine Burton. That's him. I reached. I don't care. What did we say at the beginning of the stream? Fuck ADP. Jermaine Burton. That's my guy. I'm telling you guys, he is my Laporta supporter / my Jaden Reed call early last season. That's him. And I only came up with that today. It makes sense. Jermaine Burton. Like, clip it. Seriously, clip it. Jermaine Burton, no matter what. Clip it. Because, like, come end of fantasy football season, you guys would be like, oh, fuck. Disco called it. Should have got me some more Jermaine Burton, right? He's him. He's that guy. All right, back to Quasi's draft. Sorry, I get so excited about fantasy football. I'm just talking football with you folks. All right, so we said I'm going to start from the top because I don't remember where I left off. I apologize. It's called the short attention span, and I'm not short. I'm like 6'8", but like short attention span. Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, Devonta Smith, Derrick Henry, Amari Cooper, Chris Godwin, Zamir White, Dak Prescott, Dallas Goedert, Rashid Shaheed, Brandon Cooks, Jerome Ford. Oh, that's a decent pick. Chuba. Chuba is dead to me this year. I loved Chuba last year. I said Miles Sanders hates football. Chuba is the pick this year. I'm not going to say any of them hate football, but the fact that Miles Sanders is going off the board in round 20 and Dameon Pierce is available in round 19, shit, I'll take them. I'll take them all day, every day. If I need RB 5 and 6, they're literally there and they're free 99. I like free. You know what I just realized? I'm streaming this on X, and I don't know how to read my chats on X. So if you were tuning in on the X space, the Twitter space, Das Vidania, Big Draft Energy on the YouTube. Feel free to come in, pop into the chat, say something in here, and enter the giveaway. Okay, so now we're really going to do like the giveaway. So if you guys really want to enter the giveaway, hashtag Laporta Supporta. Hashtag Laporta Supporta. You guys have until pick 205. Until pick 205 to put hashtag Laporta Supporta if you want a free ticket, and I'll give it to you tonight. All right. Ben Sinnott off the board. Jawan Johnson, Isaiah Likely, and Jawan Johnson. 2023 called Carl Ramrod. They want their tight ends back. I like Likely this year. I like Likely. Hold on. I got a message from a buddy. Huh? All right. Oh, man. I love looking at the Twitterverse and seeing drafters shout me out. Like, shout out to Drafters Fantasy Sports. You guys are absolutely phenomenal. You guys are the best. I generally love all the folks at the front office of Drafters Fantasy. Shit. We started last year, making this a pipe dream. You know, we started with 3 subscribers. It was Adrian, it was my wife, and it was Liam. And now look at us. We're a few subscribers away from 600. And I don't know if I could have done it without those 3 names I mentioned earlier. Adrian, you've been very pivotal in everything. Your feedback has been absolutely phenomenal. So shout out to you. Shout out to my wife. Obviously, you're the best. Duh. Liam, my guy, love you to pieces too. But yeah, you were the first 3, and Drafters was like, whatever. Yeah, we'll give this idiot a shot. And look at us now. And I say that to say this. We haven't come this far to only come this far. So whatever you guys think you know about Disco and Big Draft Energy and Drafters Fantasy Sports, get ready, because you're in for a fucking surprise, man. We have so many wonderful rewards for you beautiful followers. We're going to be drafting every night, Monday to Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern time until July. Then we're going to go Monday to Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. We're only doing these $15 tournaments, and if this maxes out, I'm sure Drafters is going to throw in another big-time tournament, and we're going to max that shit out too. If you guys want to catch me off stream, you know how to DM me. It's Big Draft Energy or Big Drafters HQ on the X, on the Twitterverse. DM me. We'll draft in a mini together or something. And yeah, if you guys want to join in on the fun and queue up with us, use promo code DiscoJass1, get your initial deposit matched dollar for dollar. And yeah, man, I'm like last year, I thought, okay, $20, $2 million, it makes sense. This year, they're like, let's make it $2.5 million in total prizes, but let's make the buy-in less. That's why I love Drafters. That and so many other reasons. But shout out to the folks at Drafters. You guys are incredible. Absolutely incredible. So Jaleel McLaughlin. Here's a name that I'm interested in. And yes, I know I drafted Deshaun Watson. I hate it, but if I'm going to get exposure to him, it's going to be this draft and this draft alone. I assure you. Geno Smith is there. Don't want anything to do with him. Drake May, like him, but I don't know if he's going to start. Keaton Mitchell and Jaleel McLaughlin are two running backs who I'm very interested in, but I'm worried about. We got 22 people in here. What the fuck? Mama, we made it! Mama! I'm going to take Tyrone Tracy. That's my guy. As I said, I don't care about ADP. Could give a rat's ass about ADP this year. Fuck ADP. Shout out to all the folks in here. If you guys want to win a chance at, getting a free ticket to enter this tournament, all you got to put is hashtag Laporta Supporter. So far, this guy's our winner. You have until pick 205. So you got 2.5 more rounds to put hashtag, like what Jeremy Thiel right here said, aka Carl Ramrod. Laporta, hashtag Laporta Supporter. Why is it Laporta Supporter? If somebody in the chat can tell me why it's Laporta Supporter, anybody in the chat, tell me why we put hashtag Laporta Supporter. Because if you're an OG disco ball, and shout out to all the new disco balls, but if you're an OG disco ball, we called Sam Laporta right after the NFL draft. We didn't just call him, we said tight end 1. And we got laughed at, like,
there's no way he's tight end number 1. He's stupid Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce than everybody else.
If you know who I'm impersonating, then yeah, fuck that guy. Yeah. I'm like, I'm going to make you eat your words. I keep receipts. I kept that receipt. And guess what? Number 1. Oh, yes. God wins. Hashtag, he's in. Laporta Supporter. I'm an OG. You're not just an OG. You're the OG. I love you, brother. I love you. And speedy recovery to you. Everybody put speedy recovery to Beeline, man. Send your prayers and best wishes. My man is dinged up, but he ain't banged up. You know what I mean? Like, you can't keep somebody down like that. Wow, somebody reached on Damian Pierce. That is early. Early. Shout out to you, man. I love you, brother. And I promise you, we're going to get you on one of these streams. And it's going to be a hell of a fucking time. Whenever you're ready. Beeline, whenever you're fucking ready, brother, we'll get you. Where the hell did 24 people come from? It's my dog Kobe's birthday. And I got 24 viewers on my first stream. God is so good. Shout out to all you beautiful people. All right. So here's where I'm going to get my guys. I need to get my guys. All right. So first guy is Eric All. Love Eric All. One of my favorite tight ends this year. He's in a great situation to really come out and dominate. Not just do well, but dominate. Oh, man, this guy. Hey, boys, glad to see that face again, Disco. You mean this ugly mug? You mean this ugly mug? What up, brother? I miss you. I'm looking forward to our Dynasty League. That Dynasty League's got some sharks, some absolute savages in that Dynasty League. And the fact that it's a 14-man Dynasty startup, heavy. Willie, hashtag Laporta Supporter for a free ticket. Get in there, brother. Love that, man. Yeah, as I was saying, Eric All, I know that, I said this earlier and I'll say it again. I know that Mike Gesicki is ahead of him in the depth chart, and they just signed Mike Gesicki. But even though Mike Gesicki is ahead of anybody in the depth chart, doesn't mean it's anything significant. I'm all in on Eric All. I love the prospect. I love the situation. I love the talent, and I love the quarterback. There's nothing that makes this situation, this marriage of the Cincinnati Bengals bad at all. I'm all in on Eric All. Fuck, that was so corny. I'm all in on all. It's not quite a hashtag Laporta Supporter, but I love Eric All. That's my guy. Theo Johnson, I think he's in a tremendous situation, especially if Darren Waller decides he finally hates football and loves drugs. The best thing that can happen for Theo Johnson is Darren Waller becomes a drug addict again, or has become a drug addict again. Quasi says, hashtag Laporta Supporter, my guy. fudge. Like Michael Mayer is just staring at me like, draft me, Disco. I can't, bro. I can't. I don't like your situation. Braylon Allen might be the best. Okay. Braylon Allen, loved him. He was one of my favorite running backs. I like Corum, Trey Benson, then Braylon Allen. Braylon Allen is the best handcuff in fantasy football this year. Braylon Allen is in a situation where if anything happens to Breece Hall, God forbid, because I have way too much exposure to him already in other basketball tournaments and in Dynasty, God forbid anything happens. But if anything happens to Breece Hall, or if Breece Hall needs a breath, Braylon Allen is in a situation of all situations. Like, here's how you know Braylon Allen is him and he's a man amongst boys. Because, like, dude was 19, and was breaking records and crushing the like NCAA. Okay, man amongst boys. Here's how you know he's a man amongst boys and how he's him and how he's the best handcuff in football this year. He was Derrick Henry's favorite running back in this draft. Enough said. Willie says hashtag Laporta supporter. Willie was there when we started off this Laporta supporter too. Willie, Quasi, all these guys, and he says hashtag all in on all. I could get behind that one. I like that one. Okay, hashtag all in on all. Yeah. Also, something I didn't mention. We need to now consider a whole new facet of this fantasy football game, and address that some players' ceilings may actually be higher and their floors may actually be a lot higher than we had anticipated initially. This new kickoff rule, it changes everything. It really does. Because the reason why I brought it up and why I'm looking at it, I'm looking at this name right here, Dylan Loeb, or Lobe, or I like him. I don't like him as a running back. I love him as a returner in this new return game. And when I first saw the new return, rules, and I said, fuck, this isn't football. But you know what? It is football. It is football, and it's good for football in the sense you're going to see more scoring. You're going to see a lot more scoring. And that's why I like it, and that's why we need to consider maybe we look at some of these specialists, some of these returners, especially in the kickoff game, because we're going to see a lot more touchdowns go. Somebody who's going to play on offense, and somebody who's going to be implemented in that kickoff system situation, the new kick, they are going to be, the best options in rounds 19 and 20. Speaking of best options in round 19 and 20, where is he? DJ Chuck, DJ Chuck, DJ Chuck. Shut up, Rocky. Good boy. Any ex-Michigan tight end has potential. Hashtag all in. Yeah, I can't believe, man, I was so wrong on Luke Schoonmaker last year. I'll be honest. Luke Schoonmaker was one of those calls where I was like, I look back and I'm like, man, I was fucking wrong. I was really wrong. Samaje Perine, another name where it's like, damn, that guy stunk. Braylon Allen, love him. AJ Dillon stunk. Madison, didn't want him. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Hey, Knifey, how's Clyde Edwards-Helaire going to do this year? Miles Sanders is gone too. This is why I shouldn't stream and talk at the same time. Like, okay, Miles Sanders went in round 18. Okay, I respect it. That's around where he should. But I'm telling you, I've been getting him in round 19, round 20. Him and Dameon Pierce. I've been going with 5 RB builds. I might have to go with a 5 RB build here. Yeah. As much as I want Braylon Allen, I don't want to. I think I need to address my quarterback situation. Here. So we got Bo Nix, or the guy Bo Nix is replacing. Or we could do another tight end, but I'm okay with our tight end. 26. Like, where are you guys coming from? Say hi. If you guys want a free ticket into a best ball tournament, if you guys want a free chance to win $500,000 USD, just put hashtag Laporta supporter. All right, we're going with Bo Nix. All right, let's look at our draft, and then we'll call the winner. All right, so we went with a 3-5-10-2 build. I'm telling you, man, we're changing. We're changing things up here. We're trying to get weird. We're trying to get awesome. 26 viewers. Wow. Adrian Fidesz, my man, my partner in this whole thing. He says, after last year, I'm not doing best ball without taking a flyer on a QB with upside at the end. Fair enough. I mean, like, if we're going based off of last year, you might as well just double stack quarterbacks from the same team. That's probably the safest bet because more than half of the league's quarterbacks were out for the season at some point or out for a few games at some point. You make a very valid point. All the teams I had Aaron Rodgers on died. They died. God bless you, Aaron Rodgers. And good luck in Minnesota, not this year, next year. Aaron Rodgers is going to be a Minnesota Viking starting next year. That's how I feel about JJ McCarthy. And shout out to all you folks in here. Last thing I need to have is a sick best ball roster with 2 QBs on the IR. Fair. I respect it. I'm going to look at your roster after that because now I'm intrigued. All right. So quarterbacks, Caleb Williams, Deshaun Watson, who I hate, and Bo Nix. RB, we went Rashad White no matter what. Kenneth Walker, Najee Harris, Austin Eckler, and Tyrone Tracy. Remember that name? Tyrone Tracy on the New York Giants. Remember that name. Wide receiver. This is where we're really, really, really happy. We got Jamar Chase, Deebo Samuel, Cooper Kupp, Keenan Allen, Adonai Mitchell, Ricky Purcell, who I'm very high on as well. Mitchell we just drafted because Fantasy Football Addict's our boy, and he's a big Colts fan, so shout out to that man. If you're not following him on the Twitterverse or X, whatever you want to call it, Fantasy Football Addict, he's giving away pretty much free money on X with all of his bets. Like literally, the kid doesn't miss. The man is a man amongst men. It doesn't matter if it's NCAA basketball, men's or women's, NCAA football. It doesn't matter if it's volleyball, baseball. He is fucking crushing it in baseball. He is killing it in baseball. He doesn't miss. If you want free money, he posts free plays literally every day. Like not just one, but several. If you want free money, go follow him on the Twitterverse. Tell him Disco sent you. Thank me later. Shout out to Fantasy Football Addict. Love that guy. We went with Ricky Purcell. Love his potential. Roman Wilson, Jermaine Burton. That is my Sam Laporta. That is my Jaden Reed all into one this year. I'm putting all my chips on Jermaine Burton. Jermaine Burton, he's him. Hashtag he's him. Jalen Hyatt, like the ceiling play. Why the hell not? DJ Chark, simply like it doesn't matter if he only balls out for 1 week. We know that 1 week is going to be absolutely spectacular. We got 4 good weeks out of him, and he was borderline free last year too. But this year he's like super free. So we know in an offense that likes to run, with Mr. Harborough coming into Los Angeles and getting rid of all of their wide receiver folks, that they need a deep play threat once the box gets stacked. And I think DJ Chark checks off all those boxes. It's not quite Lad McConkey's game. It's definitely not Brandon Rice's game. I think DJ Chark is that guy that's going to fill that role. And I know I'm not forgetting about Joshua Palmer. But Best Ball Jonesy would kill me if I ever forgot about Joshua Palmer. But DJ Chark, he's like, I'm going to have way too much exposure to him, and I'm okay with it because he's literally 20th round pick. Tight end, we got Evan Ingram, Eric All. I give this roster, it would be an A+ if my quarterback situation was a little bit better. But I'm going to give myself a B, just a straight up B. All right, let's look at Kyle Ramrod. Brock Purdy, he went with a 2.594 build. Ooh, very unique. Brock Purdy, Matthew Stafford, CMC at the running back position, Kyron Williams, Nick Chubb. You went with 5 RBs and a double stack. You bold mother. Oh, you went with 2 double stacks. Wow. I like it because both of those offenses have to run. I just don't think Elijah Mitchell is the handcuff there anymore. It's Eddie Guerrero. DJ Chark. Exactly, man. I love DJ Chark. Wide receivers, Mike Evans, who I think is going to have his first season not over 1,000 yards this year. Sorry. Jaden Reed, love him. Marquise Brown, love the situation. I finally love the situation. Jordan Addison, I like him where he's being drafted at. JJ McCarthy, I don't believe in whatsoever, but Jordan Addison, I like. DeAndre Hopkins, you got him at a value. I like that pick. Romeo Dobbs, couldn't care. I mean, if I have Jordan Love, which I believe Jordan Love is going to be the MVP of the league this year, and I also have the Green Bay Packers winning the Super Bowl. Not a Packers fan. Fucking hate the Packers. But Jordan Love is going to be the MVP this year. And yeah, they're going to win the Super Bowl. Quentin Johnson, like the pick, like the value you got him at. Demarcus Robinson, loved him last year, love him even more this year. Brandon Rice, I like that pick. Isaiah Likely, Jawan Johnson, Donald Parham is essentially the tight end one there. So I really like that pick in Los Angeles. Tucker Kraft, good pick as well. Donald Parham kind of looks like the Vernon Davis of old, even though he's a little bit taller. He kind of still has like the same style. So I could see him blending into that offense. All right, let's look at what Knifey did. God. This guy broke my heart last year, especially after Justin Herzig came on stream and he's like, Anthony Richardson is, what did he say? He said, Anthony Richardson is Derrick Henry with an arm, but Derrick Henry actually does have an arm. But he said he's Derrick Henry with an arm. He's the same size. He's got the same athleticism, same running profile. And you know what? When he played, we saw it. We definitely saw it. So we got Anthony Richardson, Aaron Rodgers, and Sam Darnold. Now I know what you mean by like you have to get your late quarterback there. I like it. I respect it. Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr, I go again on my own. God, he was good, but so was Montgomery last year. Travis Etienne, love him this year. Joe Mixon, I like him this year. But if I'm going to get Joe Mixon, I have to have Dameon Pierce on that team. There's no way I'm drafting Joe Mixon and not getting that double stack. I need to have that. Jonathan Brooks. And the only reason why I would take Braylon Allen is if I have like a guy like Breece Hall. If I have Breece Hall, I'm 100% reaching for Braylon Allen. Jonathan Brooks, love the pick. Keaton Mitchell, also love the pick. I hope he bounces back and he's healthy this year. Marvin Harrison Jr., this is the wide receiver core. Zay Flowers, Jackson Smith and Jigba. Mike Williams, like the pick there as well. Xavier Legit. Man, have you guys heard this guy talk? His accent's everything. Jalen Polk. I like Baker more than I like Polk, but I still like Douglas more than I like both. Luke McCaffrey, one of my favorite wide receivers coming into the draft. Like it a lot. I'm trying to see if there's not much stackage. Malik Washington, don't like him. Don't like him at all. Treylon Burks, he's dead. Treylon Burks is like, unless he gets released and goes to a new team, Treylon Burks' fantasy value, it's fucking gone. It's garbage. It sucks because I want to. It's not that I hate the player. I hate the situation. I wish Treylon Burks would get cut so he can get picked up somewhere where he'll have an option to flourish because he's had a rough go there. Jonathan Mingo, love the pick. Love Jonathan Mingo. I loved him last year, but last year I loved the prospect more than I loved the situation. I didn't think the situation would be as horrible. But this year I love the prospect of him in year 2, and I love his situation simply because of Shane Canales. David and Joe Cole Kmet, I like it. If I'm getting Cole Kmet in my lineups, I'm probably going to also add Gerald Everett as well. And like double stacking tight ends last year actually worked for me. Puka Nacua, did we talk about Quasies? Dak Prescott, Drake May, like the Drake May pick. Gardner Minshew pick, it makes sense. See, he went traditional 3-6-8-3. This is Quasi. This is why he's the 2-time. Derrick Henry, Zamir White, Jerome Ford, Chuba Hubbard, Evan Hull, really? Eric Gray, really? Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams. Okay, so nice little. Okay, so you got Zamir White, Minshew, Devontae Adams, Devonta Smith, Amari Cooper, Chris Godwin, Rashid Shaheed, Brandon Cooks, Demario Douglas. I like them. I like the Demario Douglas pick. We did call Demario Douglas, but like that offense was fucking awful. So like that last year, all the Patriots calls were all fucking like Ramondre Stevenson. He deserves better. Dallas Goedert, love him every year. There's not a year I don't love Dallas Goedert. Hunter Henry, I hope he has a good year. Taysom Hill, I mean, the fact that Taysom Hill is going where he should be going, I'd be more inclined to invest in now. All right. Fuck, what a stream. What a stream. What a stream. What a stream. Counting on the Burks trade that keeps floating around. Quasi says, most of my builds are not 3, 6, 8, 3, but I'll add a few. I hear you. I hear you. You know who inspired me to go with 5 RBs? It was Ashen One. He brought in his like whole underdog take into this. Shout out to Ashen One. I miss you, brother. I hope you're doing well, Ashen One. You know, looking forward to fucking drafting together. All right. So time to announce our winner. Just putting in the randomizer. Big Willie style. You get a free ticket, brother. Shoot me a DM. I'll send that to you. Congratulations, Willie. I'll see you guys same time, same place tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Shout out to you folks for making this dream happen. I love you guys to pieces. Takes a village, and I love my fucking village. Peace and love, y'all. Bye now.